So I've been going back and forth on whether or not I really want to put my full opinion out there on what happened tragically yesterday to the Kirk family. Not just Charlie Kirk, the Kirk family. And I bumped my mic. Sorry about that. I'm gonna mute my phone because I'm gonna get heated in this video, and I don't care what I'm called. I don't care what side you put me on. I'm on neither side. I don't vote. I think it's all, theater. But what I do care about is two young girls losing their father because you politically disagree with somebody. That's what it is. I'm not like I'm in no way saying you have to politically agree with them. To be honest, I disagreed and agreed with them. It was 50-50 from all the clips I gathered, but from everything I saw, from everything that I heard about the guy, from, you know, seeing him interact with other, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, I watch. I thought he was, you know, a very bright guy, very respectful guy. Obviously very open about his faith in God and his love for America and his love for his family. Now, I'm Canadian. I want to throw it out there, so if you're looking for me to be, an American political character, sorry, not my area. Um, but maybe next year. Who knows? This guy to go to campus, to go to colleges, to really actually take the time to go out, spread your message, and hear the other side the way that he did, that's what we need more of. We need, a right wing Charlie Kirk. We need a left wing Charlie Kirk. We need a moderate Charlie Kirk. Because let's be honest, 80% of the world we are moderates. It's just the internet radicalizes everybody. Because you go into your group chats, you go into your news feeds, and it's basically human psychology. You're gonna pick one side and you're gonna attack the other. If this was, I don't know, name any left winger, Chink Iger, Destiny, who I despise, um, absolute creep, but I won't even get into that. I want nothing to do with, that sicko, but, you know, it didn't matter who it was. It didn't matter what political party they backed. Anybody had that happen to him yesterday, it would have hit me the same. And, you know, I watched it. Jesse on Fire's video was the first video I watched. You guys are new. I'm an MMA YouTuber. Jesse on Fire is an MMA YouTuber. He talks a lot about politics, and he inspired me to make content, right? Um, that along with, YouTubers I grew up watching, going through with a lot of COD commentators. I grew up watching that, still do. Near Cinema. Shout out to him, but, you know, to me, I grew up a UFC fan. I grew up a Brock Lesnar fan. And, you know, basically, what MMA was back in the early 2000s, it was, getting into pop culture, but, it wasn't there just yet. Obviously, when Connor came in, Connor made it mainstream, legalized in New York, but, what makes MMA and has made the MMA community such a beautiful um community to get involved with is we talk, excuse me, we talk so much shit. If you want internet gossip and you haven't gone down the MMA side of YouTube, we are the greatest soap opera right now, I would argue. We got Connor getting into his, legal issues. We got BJ Penn who's getting better. We got Nick Diaz and his crazy ex girlfriend. Um, you know, and the list goes on. But like with political commentary across the board, whether it's YouTube, Rumble, X, whatever it may be, you know, it's it's different where say I'm talking about Diego Lopez versus John Silva, the main event of Saturday's fight, right? I can say, you know what, hey, I like these guys. These guys, good in these areas. Or I think that John Silva is slightly better, and I think that he had a really good showing against Bryce Mitchell. I am able to state that out there, and I'm gonna get trolls. And I'm gonna troll myself. I feel like anybody who is actually like really good at this, and again, over here you got Guru, Jesse on Fire, Weasel, ITP. I love ITP, dude. Man, oh fuck, dude. ITP actually cracks me up, man. He actually, I watched his videos last night. Well, I guess it was like you know 2 in the morning. But I watched his videos on I think Cedric Dumas, and those actually made me laugh. Um, but you know, I feel like over here everybody gets like, okay, these are normal people, with normal lives. Most of us over here, we record our videos, and if we train, or we go to the gym, and that's basically it. We do that. We hang out with our family, our friends, and we repeat the cycle, right? Um, but when you put Donald Trump, when you put the big R, the big D, the stupid fucking animal logo behind something, it's a completely different element, right? It's it's not, you think that Diego Lopez is gonna win? I can see that. Oh, you think Diego Lopez is gonna win? Go fuck yourself. You fucking retard. You are wrong. You should go, I don't want to even say anything with, the event we're talking about, right? I feel like jokes in this video are, you know, not appropriate. But, you disagreed with somebody online, and you see a video of this man being unalive in a public place on camera. These two girls are gonna have to grow up and see that video eventually. And that's why I'm not gonna show any of the videos in here. You know, they tried saying it was the old guy, then now they're talking about the guy who was on the most obvious proof that people were recording hours before who were going to notify them. But no, we know what's going on at this point. I mean, I'm gonna keep this picture here, actually. So, I'm not saying you have to be a Christian. I'm not saying you have to believe in a God. Everybody believes in whatever their mind interprets to be true. And ultimately, and this is going to piss off everybody, we will not know the honest truth until we meet our end. But Charlie Kirk, September 6th, which was 5 days ago. I'm recording this on 9/11 too. Jesus defeated death so you can live. We do live in the most absurd time I've ever read into. I'm a big history nerd. I got the Bible I'm reading is on my bed. I got multiple Bibles. Yeah, there's I think I got the internet new international version. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, I can clean it off later. But I got my King James version on my bed, and I yesterday before I went to the gym because I honestly I couldn't even leave my room. I couldn't even get off my bed. It's just it's a car wreck you can't stop. Yeah, like it's going through a car crash, man. Because this guy, again, I didn't agree with him much. Wow. Yeah. I didn't agree with him on much. Not my cup of tea. Many people said that this guy had the possibility to one day be president. And 100% he had the career. He had incredible charisma, man. And you do. You do need charisma to get in the public eye. But, like, when I watched his clips, and, you know, it's much different when he's sitting in his booth than, when you watch one of his one-on-one interviews and you really see him, um, like, listen. And obviously he was very, very low, um, you know, very low. I can't even think of the word right now. Like, he knew scripture well, right? And this man decided that he wanted to go from college to college and just talk with a bunch of kids, talk with the youth, and, you know, bring this big issue, put that on the side, and then, when they come up and they ask him about things, when you actually have a conversation, you actually learn why they believe what they believe, right? Insane. But no, it's, are you liberal or conservative? Oh, you're conservative? Fuck you. Yeah. Like, we got, that poor woman in that bus. Which, again, I purposely, I try and stay in MMA news. It just, for mental health and that, I find it's better to just stay in my niche. What the fuck is going on right now? What the fuck is this world turning to? I'm 21, right? Um, yeah. 21, 22 next March. This guy's 30. 8 years older than me. 8 years isn't that long. I'm just gonna say it. Years fly by insanely fast. We're already at the end of 2025. And it's been such a such an eye-opening year to me. You got the Epstein shit. You got Diddy. You got, Ukraine, Israel, which Charlie Kirk ends up getting critical of Israel very recently. And then this happens. I don't know. Again, um, very, very weird how every other demographic, black, white, American, Canadian, Chinese, Nigerian, Russian. You can make fun of every other ethnicity. Muslims you can make fun of. But, that one specific group, right? You can't joke about them. You can't say anything critical about them. Um, But, they're on the world, right? What can we do? Now, the other thing I want to go to. So, one of the first, well, not one of the first, but one of the biggest responses, one of the first tweets that I came across was this one. No, I don't want to comment. I think I already commented. Um, so this is the leader of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, who again is doing what he is doing in Gaza, admitted that the greater Israel, that's what they're going for. He admitted in that interview that he did where Buddy handed him that gift for his wife and asked him, "Do you believe in the greater Israel?" And he said, "Yes." Um, but again, it's not my fight. Again, I'm just, I don't want to see kids get harmed. I don't want to see kids grow up without fathers. If that's a controversial take, if that's the take that makes me based, well, fuck, man, I'll gladly take that, you know, pedigree there, whatever you want to call it. Charlie Cook was murdered for speaking truth and defending freedom. A lion-hearted friend of Israel, he fought the lies and stood tall for Judeo-Christian civilization. I spoke to him only 2 weeks ago and invited him to Israel. Sadly, the visit will not take place. We lost an incredible human being. His boundless pride in America and his valiant belief in free speech will leave a lasting impact. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. How can you read that tweet right there and not picture fucking Medusa by his side as he's writing this out? Like, actually, you can hate Trump, you can hate Justin Trudeau, right? Never I used to be a big fan of him early on. He had a really good pitch, but when he got in there, it became modern day Canada. And it fucking sucks. But, yeah. Paul Miller, Gypsy Crusader, recently did an interview with Jake Shields. I was going to talk about that actually. Um, you guys had him killed in fear of him turning to the truth about Israel's influence in America. 249,000 views. Danny Boy, Dan Blazerian. Fuck it, I'll give Gypsy. Yeah, I'm gonna give him my life. I am my buddy, who's now Catholic, actually. He was a major Paul Miller fan, and I wasn't big into him, but like, I was there. I watched his rise. I think that out of character, really nice guy. That's just me, though. Um, damn Brazilian. There is no such thing as Judeo-Christian. That's a bullshit word. You disrespect Christians nonstop, and you bombed every Christian church in Gaza. Go fuck yourself. 100%. Shout out down Blazerian. Start using Judeo more. Judeo communist and Judeo globalist, Judeo fake news, Judeo science, Judeo wars. It's got that shit on everything. Okay. I want to get back on track what I mean. That's funny. But to me, you're gonna have the extremist right. You're gonna have the left that I'm gonna open up a new tab. I'm gonna keep that tab open. You go across the board. Again, before we go over this, we got Don Fry. What are we out on time? You know what? Since this is an MMA channel, we'll go through some of the MMA responses. I want to actually shout out Dana Black here. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the Don Fry one here, but what are we at? 26 minutes or whatever. Um, you know, Don Fry. You guys don't know who he is. One of the OGs of UFC. He fought back in the day when it was tournament based. He went over to Japan, had that crazy fight with forgot his name. But like that fight where they instantly grabbed each other in a clinch and just started hammering shots at each other's head. But I haven't watched this yet. Let's react to this together.
Yesterday, a subhuman coward murdered a very good man, a loving husband, and most importantly, a father to two beautiful children. Charlie Kirk was a man of truth and integrity. Two things the left will never understand. Charlie would debate anyone, any place, any time. And since they could not defeat him intellectually, some piece of shit had to go on murdering from a distance. The subhumans out there are celebrating this murder. I know it's really difficult, but try to have a little class. Just this once. May the pearly gates of heaven swing wide open for Charlie Kirk. God bless him. I'm Don Fry, the Predator. Yesterday, a subhuman coward murdered.
Again, I'm a big Don Fry fan, but I want to go. Well, just let me go to your profile. Um, he did a video here. Where is it? Where'd the video go? What was in your story, man? But yeah, I'm a big yeah. I got Dana White. I don't know where the video went. Um, he's big on TikTok. Go follow him. Uh, Again, with Charlie Kirk, it doesn't matter what your opinion is. Something like that should never happen, especially not in this country. We have failed as Americans. Um, as your neighbors in the ongoing tariff wars, I feel for you guys. This isn't just about America. I feel like this really is about you know, conservatives who make you want to call it. But this affects every one of us that creates, you know, content on the internet. So whatever you do, you cover MMA, you cover politics, you cover hockey, football, whatever it may be. We're all just here at Matt Hughes, former welterweight champion. Again, this shit. The tyrant dies and his rule is over. The martyr dies and his rule begins. What tyrant? What fucking tyrant? I'm losing now. I'm fucking done. I've kept it composed 30 fucking minutes. What fucking tyrant? This this is fucking evil. This is the fucking biggest of evil. Really? This is a threat to fucking democracy. This guy, two young daughters, a beautiful wife, goes out of his way to go to colleges where, let's face it, majority of the people in fucking college are wasting their fucking time paying the fucking government for a useless fucking degree, not learning shit from a random professor, unless they're a good one, who is just there for fucking 30 grand. You take away this shit. You take away these two girls' fathers. What about like elementary graduation? What about any kind of athletics they do? What about prom? Um, you know, going to get your learners. That shit that out of any of the political commentators out there, this guy deserves to be their first kid. And fuck you, you fucking deranged fucking animals who are cheering it on simply because he's color red. Spot the same. Charlie Kirk Vigil, George Floyd. Again, that has nothing to do with George Floyd. I'm not gonna knock his criminal record. That guy died. You went and you burned cities. You burned fucking cities. You took over entire blocks. You murdered people. Fucking done. Fucking over it, dude. You disagree with him politically, so you take away their fucking father. Their father, dude. Fuck you. But to us normal people, which I hope is 80% of us, please keep Charlie, his family, his daughters especially, in your prayers. You know, he was well respected, was obviously connected to a lot of wealthy people. I just really hope that I hope that his daughters do okay. I, it's that's too much shit. they don't deserve to live with that video. But yeah, I don't know. I had to voice my opinion. I'm not turning into a political commentator. I'm still an MMA um YouTuber, but as a man, I gotta speak up. I gotta encourage people. Don't back down from your morals. Speak up. Look at what they're doing right now. Look at what the elite have done over decades to divide people over this little thing because of a few topics that really don't pertain that much to day to day life at all. You know, hold your family close, be good in your community. Again, spread as much love as you can. We need more of that. Again, across the board, the fucking immigration policies every nation has, the crime internationally. It needs to fucking stop. I'm done. I don't give a shit if it makes me a fucking target. This is bullshit and it needs to fucking end. You can disagree with somebody online and be fucking cordial. You can turn off your fucking phone, you fat fucking weasels, and go touch grass. If Charlie Kirk was the villain of your life, you are actually a brain dead robot. And you are controlled by your fucking phone. Even the people I disagree with vehemently on politics, I wish nothing but their best for their friends and family. But I want to get back to MMA. I'm gonna do an MMA video after this. I'm gonna do my shorts. I just I don't know. I've had enough. Maybe I'd do more, you know, political. I don't even want to call it political. More, you know, talking about real life events, even though MMA is real life. You know what I mean? We're still gonna remain MMA oriented, but rest in peace, Charlie. You again, I wasn't a big fan, but I know people that you really inspired. You, and this is something that I want to say, alright? I know people that because of what you did, because of what Crowder did, and because of what people on the left who do the same thing that they do. And it's not about right or left. You guys have inspired a lot of people I know to get more social, to be more active in the community. This is coming from somebody who, honestly, God, man, I'm a fucking loner. I like being alone. I got my few friends, right? But for the most part, I live my own world. That's mainly the MMA world, 90% of the time. But please send your thoughts and prayers to their family. That is not me telling you to fucking harass his family. If you do that, you are even more deplorable than the people on X right now that are sharing his oh yeah, I totally forgot to. If you stuck around this long, I completely forgot about it. So we're gonna end it off here with just an absolute fucking rant. You guys have seen this for sure. I should have brought this up sooner. But this is, coming from TMZ.
Janet, go, go, go to have somebody look at the Fox. Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead.
You hear the cheering from the background. Really cute, quick, too long, didn't read. They made a public, they made a public response to this, saying that all of the workers were cheering on a car chase. Bullshit. Go fucking get hit by a four-wheeler. Um, you know, fuck you, TMZ. We don't need you anymore. Everybody else has a phone. Independent media does it, you do 10 times better, but rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. And God bless his wife, his daughters, most importantly, and everybody that he touched. And, you know, I didn't care about the guy. And I ended up bawling until like 5 a.m. because of this. But, this is all I'm gonna say about this situation. I know it's a long video, but I feel like I had to come out here, you know, drop the persona for one video and talk about this serious topic. But thank you guys.